Okay, I'm getting ready to video, and guess what just walked in my there? Got some turkeys. It's not November yet, but hey, it's getting close. Pretty cool, huh? Every time I'm doing a video, I get nature coming through here. Anyway, that's enough for that. This is not going to be edited, by the way. This is raw. So, welcome everyone. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about fingerprinting again, of course, my favorite subject. I don't know if it's my favorite subject, but a lot of people call me about it. So I wanted to share some information with you. If you're looking into getting into fingerprinting, what do you need to look into or look out for when you're shopping around for equipment? Who's going to be your provider? And so forth. So this is specifically speaking to people in California, but it's the same concept can be used in other states as well. Okay, just depends how many vendors are available in your state. So in California, there's a handful of vendors that we can go to partner with to submit fingerprint submissions to the DOJ. And with that comes a fee. So they range. My particular vendor charges $1 a person, and I think he has a break or something. If I start getting to hundreds of submissions, there might be a little break there. I haven't pursued that because I'm just not doing that many to justify the break so far. Well, maybe last month. But anyway, that's doesn't matter. So here's why I'm bringing this topic up to you today. I spoke with somebody this week, and if you're watching this video, it's you. But she told me that she went with a company, and they're going to charge her $10 each time she submits prints for somebody. So whatever your rolling fee is, that comes off your rolling fee, because the rolling fee is the only piece of money that you get to keep. So when somebody comes to you, like I had a young lady come just now for a pharmaceutical license. She paid my rolling fee online, which was $36, and then I had to collect $49 for the state, for the DOJ, to process her background check. So that $49, I don't get to keep any of that. Every month I get a bill. I've said that in other videos too. So this month I just mailed my bill off. It was $8,500 to the DOJ. Okay, so yes, I get to collect that money and hold on to it for a short 30 days or whatever, and then I get to mail it off. Okay, so don't count that as anything, but you're just a pass-through on those type of fees. So if I were with her company, the company she went with, and I charged $36, 26 of that dollars would be for me to keep. Okay, so which is not a problem. It's not a big deal. $26, okay, yeah, because there's a lot of people that even at $26, they're charging less than that. You know, there's a lady in my area that charges $20. So, but I don't know what her fee is. Okay, so if it were with this particular company at $10, she would be making $10 a person, charging $20. Okay, so you're saying, okay, what's the big deal, Jeff? Why is that a big deal? Okay, here's why it's a big deal. When you do groups of people, because that's where you're going to make money, is if you do groups of people, you won't be as competitive because you will be making a lot less money, and you'll be like, I don't want to go do 20 people and only make a couple $100. Okay, you'd be like, well, some of you might say a couple $100 is good, but you can make more. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you. Okay, so example, if I did 20 people with her company, that'd be $200 to that company for those 20 people. If I use my company, it's $20 to my company. Okay, so that means $180 in your pocket that you can utilize or make more, going with that particular company. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that particular company over mine or another one or whatever. I just want you to be aware of the costs that are involved on an ongoing basis. Okay, so you have to do, when you're looking into companies, you have to look at the big picture. You have to say, okay, this company here is going to charge me $100 a month to use their software and whatever. I'm paying that every month. And this company over here is charging me $30 a month, but it's a higher transaction fee, if that makes sense. So you have to do the math. And I know, we don't want to do math, but we have to, okay? We have to do math. You have to get comfortable with multiplication is the key thing here, because you're going to multiply by numbers to see what it costs, see what your expenses are, and see how you're going to make money at this, okay? So yes, there's people out there making a boatload of money doing fingerprinting, and on the other hand, there's other people that are getting into fingerprinting and they're like, how am I going to make money when you're charging, for example, I've charged $35 for ink cards, for example, $35 an ink card. You're like, how do you make money doing that? Well, first off, that's not my focus is not ink cards, okay? But if it's your focus, then you're going to structure what you want to collect and make money. You're going to structure it so that you win. But you also have to structure it so that the customer wins as well. And that's what people forget when getting into fingerprinting. You cannot be all about you. Okay, I know that we want to be all about our business and us and everything, but you know what? If you say to somebody, hey, I'm going to come out and do your group of people and I'm going to charge $50 a person, they're going to be like, oh, great. They might use you one time. Okay, let's just say they do. They say, hey, we have 10 people, $50 a pop. Okay, great. You're like, oh, yes, I'm making a lot of money here. Okay, so great. But then the next time they have a group of people come around, guess what? They're going to be shopping around looking for somebody else, and they might find somebody charging $20 or $25 a person, and then you lose the deal. So would you rather be in a position by partnering with the right company where your fees are lower so that you can stay competitive and get that ongoing fingerprint business from a customer? I just spoke to a lady today, and I want to just share, and I shared this in another video. There's two things. The first thing is you want to make sure you network with other people that fingerprint, because when you get a group of people, you want to call upon those people to help you out. Yes, you will have to pay them a portion of the fee, or you'll have to split it with you. However you're going to make the arrangement with the person. Everybody needs to win here, but you need to be able to partner with those people so that you can show you're competent, you're efficient, all those buzzwords that you see on Google profiles, okay? So that you can keep the customer, because in fingerprinting, the important thing is return business. And I had the school that I did last year. We had 3 people there, 3 technicians fingerprinting. I think it was 83 people or something. They called me back 3 or 4 times after that, and I just went out there a couple weeks ago. I'm going to go to my mailbox here after I do this video and get my check that they just mailed to me for the last time. So that's why you want to partner with people. You want to be able to be efficient. You want to be able to get everybody taken care of in a timely manner. You don't want to say, hey, I can do 50 people and you're the only person there and you're making people wait 4 hours to be fingerprinted. You know, that's not going to be good. Okay, so just think about that. Not saying you have to do that, but that's how I'm trying to stay on top of my business so that I can get return business. Make sure that you can get people in and out as quick as possible, effectively, efficiently, all those other buzzwords, right? The second thing is, which I forgot, I'm going to have to think here. Let me think. Shoot. Well, fees. You need to be, I guess I'll go back to the fees. But I can't, there was something else. I'm going to remember it after I stop the video. But the fees, you want to be in a place that you can make money, but then have the customer feel comfortable with what they're being charged. Okay, so what that means is, yes, you need to make money, but with fingerprinting, they will shop around. It's like gas. It's like a gas station. You see, there's 4 gas stations on all these corners. And there's a segment of the population that will always go to the guy that has the cheapest price. Okay? I'm that way. Okay? I don't care. Gas is gas. Okay? Why do people go pay higher gas? Well, there might be a car enthusiast that be like, hey, Chevron's better than Shell, and that's why I go to Chevron and pay the high price, or Shell, versus going to Arco or some other gas station that I don't even know the name of, some independent place. Okay? So yes, you need to differentiate yourself between every other fingerprint roller or every fingerprint business out there. You want to be the one that somebody's going to go to if they don't care about price, because you're going to give them the customer service that they want and so forth. They're not looking at the price. But for those other people that are looking at price, you want to be competitive enough that you can make a living and they'll be happy to come to you. Okay, and so this goes back to like groups. I had another person email me, said, hey, I have a group of 50 people. And this is what I'm saying about making those connections. I suggested to this lady, I said, hey, maybe you want to get some other people to help you to do those 50 people. Okay? The reason is because you want to get those people to come back to you next year or the year after or whatever. Especially if it's a client or an organization that has a constant turnover, like coaches or these little league teams and basketball teams and all these places that have coaches. Well, the coach might not be there the next year or the following year or whatever, and so you're going to have to come in and fingerprint new people. So you want to keep those kind of accounts. You want to have them to keep calling you. So back to the group. So if you have 50 people, if you're charging $35 or $36 or whatever your $40, whatever your rolling fee is, when you have a group of 50 people, you're not going to say, yeah, I'm going to charge you $40 or $50. You're going to say, hey, I want to get this deal. Okay? So I'm going to say, hey, let me charge $25, maybe $30, depending on the people. Okay? Because everybody says, hey, I'm going to have 50 people, and you quote them a price, and then you get out there and 10 people show up. Okay? So you have to be clear when you're with people. I usually say, hey, if you have 30 or more people, it's going to be this price. I'll do like $25 or $20, depending on what kind of business or organization it is. And then if it's under that, I'll charge a different price. I'll charge, $20 $25 or $30, whatever. I used to have a sliding scale. I'd go, if you have 1 to 5 people, it was going to be $36. If you have 5 to 10 people, it was going to be $30. And then I go to $25 and so forth. But I've kind of gone away from that. I'm kind of like, I'll do the groups and I'll just give them a price. I don't charge a travel fee generally if the group's large enough. Okay. It might, you can try and do a travel fee, but I would suggest instead of doing the travel fee, you just bump up your rolling fee. So if you're driving an hour away from somebody and they say, hey, I'm doing 10 people, if you normally charge $25 for 10 people, but this time you're driving an hour away, maybe you say, hey, you know what, I'm going to charge you $30 a person. Okay. So it's hidden in there, your travel fee, and then everybody's happy, right? But if you go and say, hey, I'm going to charge you $25, but then I'm going to charge you, a $50 travel fee or something, that might rub somebody the wrong way and you'll lose the customer. So just think about those things. I'm not saying you have to do what I'm telling you. I'm just giving you some things to think about, how you can try and navigate that pricing war that you're going to have to deal with when you are in this business if you're not in it already. If you're in it already, you already know the struggles. Okay? Because I get that constantly. How much do you charge? How much do you charge? Okay? This gal here that just came to me, she paid the $36. Well, she knew that she needed a DOJ and FBI background check, but she only paid the deposit. I said, okay, that's fine. Then she said, what about what I paid before? I said, yeah, you paid the rolling fee, but I have to collect for the state, and that's $49. So I collected that money today, and she was all happy about it because she couldn't do anything. I already took her prints. So anyway, and on top of that, I notarized something. So if you're not a notary and you're in fingerprinting, be a notary too, because that's an extra revenue source. And I get that. I've gotten that quite a bit of time, quite a few times where I've done fingerprinting and notary in the same appointment, and it's kind of works out. And just briefly, because I know this is a long video, and if you hung out this long, this might be worth hearing, okay? At least you guys get to hear the good stuff. When you do pricing those are 2 different types of appointments, right? So, for example, if I go locally here to do live scan, I don't charge a travel fee, okay? But the minute they say, hey, I have a notary that needs to be on there, I charge like a regular notary. So I'm charging my travel fee, I'm charging for notarizations, and then I'm charging the live scan fee, okay? So I'm good to, I get all that. So I had that happen the other day. I went to the hospital, and she started off with, hey, I'm going to come to you to do the live scan. Then it turned into, I need a power of attorney for my dad and all of this. And, so I said, yeah, $150 or something. And then she wanted me to break it out. I'm like, and I did a good price for her, but it went downhill when I got there. So I didn't make any money. I didn't charge her anything either. So that's not something you should do. Be better than me. I generally just, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And I don't moan about travel fees and try and collect money, but you can do that. That's your business. You can take care of that. I don't do that kind of stuff. I try and be accommodating for these people and just go there and try and get the job done so that I can get paid. But in this case, didn't work out. So those are the things to think about, and I hope this was helpful for you. Thanks, and have a great day, everyone.